Right, has Apathy set in for Marvel? We know it has with Star Wars, but has it set in with Marvel? Well, it's looking maybe. It's looking like it might be. Captain America Brave New World has earned the lowest cinema score in MCU history. It's actually on par with Ang Lee's Hulk and Dark Phoenix. And the box office is not looking incredible. It's not going to blow your socks off anyway. And I think even though this is early days, it's a Saturday. We've still got one more day of the weekend to go. I think it's interesting to take a look and just see where this film is situated and how it's going to be going moving forward. So we're just going to analyse this. We might do an update video either tomorrow or Monday as well. But hit subscribe if you're new here. Definitely hit subscribe. All those returning viewers that are not yet subscribed. I can't grow this channel without you. And you guys have done such a great job at hitting subscribe lately when I've asked. Thank you so much. It really has actually made a difference. So I just want to say thank you because it means a lot. Thanks. But let's take a look at this one first, right? And this article I'll leave a link down below. We're going to look at this and then Deadline because Deadline are really good with their box office generally. But I'll be surprised. I don't know. I'll be interested to see whether their estimates are off. It'll be interesting. Yeah, even as good as they are. But yeah, Captain America Brave New World has been awarded a B- cinema score. Now, that is the lowest grade ever received by a Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. So this places the film behind the Marvels. That's shocking. And the previously criticised Eternals and Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. That means Brave New World is officially the weakest audience-rated MCU film to date. Now, that doesn't really sort of bear out, actually, when you're looking at the score over here. On Rotten Tomatoes, they seem to like it a lot more, actually. 78%. So it's actually doing really well on Rotten Tomatoes. All things considered. Although the critic score has seen a decline lately. So that's quite interesting. Because I think that debuted at like 54. I did a video, it was like 52. Then it was 51. Now it's at 50. But I guess it is actually carrying over quite nicely if you're looking at cinema scores and Rotten Tomatoes. They kind of align. But anyway, let's have a look. Let's keep going. So Cinemascore, for those that don't know, is a trusted market research firm that surveys moviegoers on opening night. Provides an initial snapshot of audience satisfaction. A B- grade is a clear sign of disappointment, placing Brave New World in the same category as notable superhero misfires as Hulk, Dark Phoenix, and Venom: The Last Dance. Not so good then. For a franchise known for its history of, once consistent success, this is obviously not great. This is pretty bad. Grace Randolph actually really liked it, so that's quite funny that she's like, oof, so bad. Uh-oh. This is the lowest cinema score the MCU's ever gotten. It's lower than The Flash. That's hilarious that it's lower than The Flash. That is, yeah, that's funny. I like that. Even this article's like, even Grace Randolph of Beyond the Trailer, who's known for her generally favourable MCU reviews, even rated Brave New World positively, acknowledged the severity of the situation, tweeting, oof, so bad. Captain America Brave New World. Bad. So the troubled production, we've heard so much about this. And actually a lot of people have quoted a Hollywood Reporter article where they've said, oh, hey, this movie cost $180 million to make. A lot of industry insiders are like, no. Well, we've been saying it's not that for a long time. But now there's other notable leakers. Jeff Snyder's one of them. He's like, yeah, no, this is like $300 million easy. So thanks for catching up to everyone else, Jeff. So it's not good. It's obviously not. This is not good. And I think this is Apathy setting in. But let's have a look at the numbers and let's see. Because the thing about these scores, good or bad, it actually doesn't really matter. It's the box office numbers that I think are telling. They matter a little bit, obviously. I wouldn't have covered them otherwise. But it's the box office numbers that really matter. And the reason why I say that they only matter a little bit is Morbius. If you remember Morbius, it's Morbin time. That actually had a really quite solid score on Rotten Tomatoes and things like that. People generally enjoyed it for what it was. Not a lot of people watched it though, and that was the issue, right? The people that watched it were the ones primed to like it. So it's the overall box office that matters, and that'll be the thing that's really to watch here. But Deadline, like I said, Deadline have a pretty good article on all of this. And it says, update. Disney Marvel Studios Captain America Brave New World. After a very solid estimated $40 million Friday Previews has a shot of flying past $100 million for the 4-day. 4-day? What are you doing 4 days for? Per industry estimates, the current range for the MCU sequel's 4-day ranges between $95 to $109 million. These are estimates. Disney believes the figure is between $90 to $96 million. The studio typically won't call $100 million until they see it, which would be by tonight. So it doesn't look like they've seen that yet. If Brave New World falls back into the 90 to 96 million range, it's because Rivals got excited in calling $100 million 4-day off the steamy Valentine's Day. At that range, it's the best start we've seen so far in 2025. What studio doesn't want a 90 to $96 million opening for their movie? I mean, I would imagine Marvel would see that as not great at all. Warner Brothers, have they released Mickey 17 yet? They said it's tracking in the teens for a March 7th. Yeah, okay. So the review embargo following its Berlin premiere lifts today. People are actually really liking that. I can't wait for that film. But anyway, back to Brave New World. So the first Friday previews are not that far behind Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Well, that was a disaster, so that's not good. Actually, that's really bad. And it's ahead of 2014's Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, that was back in 2014. That money's completely different, rated today. Captain America Winter Soldier, which was 36.9. Yeah, these things really do differ in terms of their value nowadays, though. You've got to factor that into it. So it says, however, hopefully word of mouth doesn't bend Cap's shield, as this is one of the worst cinema scores for a Marvel character movie with a B- on par with Ang Lee's Battered Hulk. I mean, it is the worst. Marvel boss Kevin Feige was an EP on. That's funny, isn't it? Yeah. Brave New World's B- is lower than the MCU titles which fans turned cold on. Eternals, The Marvels, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Ironically, as we talk about superhero fatigue, here's Brave New World boldly overperforming to a degree. It's not, though. It's not. This will be front-loaded, right? This will be front-loaded. So all those that wanted to watch it will watch it. If it doesn't do, because they're estimating it, this is their estimates here. 4-day estimate, $109 million. If it doesn't do $100 million, well, even if it does do $100 million, it's generally speaking going to get a 60% drop off next weekend. This film is going to be dead in the water. And if it gets anywhere close to Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, that's not a good thing for this film. That's bad. That's bad. That was a film which, tanked. People try and say it made money. It tanked. Yeah, nah, not good. Like, actually not good. None of this is good. All of this is quite bad. So, there you go. I don't have much else to say. What do you guys think? I think Apathy is set in. The real time on this will tell, though. And it will be the overall box office. But, yeah, week on, week out, you're going to see this tank, I think. Because it's going to have bad word of mouth. Really bad word of mouth. And people are already pirating it. I know, because people have said in my comments. I watched it on blah, blah, blah. Anyway, thoughts down below. Take care. Bye-bye now.